From New York City, it's the Wendy Williams Show. Now, here's Wendy.
Come on. Hey, what can I say? Thank you for turning this on. And say hello to my co-host and studio audience. Yay! Yay! I'm doing okay. Let's get started. It's time for Hot Topics. Thank you. All right, a lot to discuss, and I'm disgusted. Maroon 5 is a perfectly nice band, but in my opinion, not Super Bowl halftime worthy. So you heard, they've been picked officially. Adam Levine said years ago that he would love to do the Super Bowl at halftime. So he's been putting this idea out, then putting it out and putting it out. So now it's actually happening. So good for him. Maroon 5, they're a band. You know, they do stuff. I'll be watching either the inside of my eyelids or something juicy on the ID channel or something like that. I can't, like, I can't sing along. And some people are really upset because Atlanta's where the Super Bowl is going to be. And so here goes Atlanta. Well, why don't you have Atlanta artists? Well, what do you want? What do you want, the So-So Def reunion at halftime? I mean, because that swings a whole nother way. Now, the Super Bowl halftime is supposed to be all-inclusive, I thought, if you know what I'm saying, I thought. Well, turns out Maroon 5 has done songs with other people. Like, people were saying, well, look, Usher's from Atlanta. Why couldn't he do halftime? Yes! I don't think Usher could manage a whole halftime show. Even though he's got great music, it would have to be Usher and friends. and medical assistants. But who else were they saying? They were saying Outkast. I love Outkast. They're from Atlanta. But no. Ludacris, T.I., TLC. No, not for a whole halftime show. Who are you? We have to think when we think about our Super Bowl, we have to think all-inclusive, you know what I mean? People who squint and love a little of everything. The Migos, people are saying the Migos. Look, all I'm saying is Maroon 5 has done collaborations with a lot of artists that we already know. And if you don't call these people Maroon 5, then it's gonna be a flopperoonie. Christina Aguilera, they collaboed with. Bring her out there, right? Add some glitz and glamour. Kendrick Lamar, they've collaboed with him. They've collaboed with Future. They've collaboed with SZA, and they've collaboed with Cardi B. Bring them all out there. If you bring them all out there, this will be a Super Bowl halftime to go down in record history. Like, it'll be great. But if you don't, if you think you could swing it by yourselves, not so much. And furthermore, all right, so we don't know who the special guests will be or if they're gonna have special guests. Therefore, they're begging us to watch Super Bowl halftime to wait for the special guests. Norman, just call me. If you see something, call someone. So Super Bowl is on February 3rd on CBS. So Kourtney Kardashian's ex, Jonas, who I told you I ran into on Wall Street the other day, we didn't talk, but I saw him from afar. Let me tell you something, he is every bit of He's like 7 feet tall and really aloof. Just the way we like him. You know what I mean? You know, for a do. You know what I mean? Front row, next to DJ Booth. You understand exactly, I'm talking to you guys. They're like, Jonas is like 12. He calls himself a model. Kourtney is 38, single mother of 3. What do you think she wants for a Jonas? He's good for what he is. So anyway, they are not together anymore, but he was just sued for assault. Well, we didn't even know who Jonas was, and now he's a bona fide celebrity because he dealt with a Kardashian. So that puts you into the celebrity field. So back in April at Coachella, when he was with Kourtney, Kourtney tried to go into the men's room with Jonas. Well, it was a single men's room. It was not, shared by many. There was an overzealous, in my opinion, security guard who asked her to leave. And Jonas allegedly picked him up and slammed him against the wall and screamed at him. He's good for what he's good for, am I correct? He's doing all the things that a big doofus would do. Not so smart, really good looking, will defend you when you go in the bathroom and do either one of two things, or probably both. Okay, so the guard is now claiming that he was so badly injured that he had to go to the hospital, and he's suing Jonas for $5 million. Well, Jonas, according to what we found, is only worth $500,000. The $5 million, I have no idea where that will come from. Well, no, he's not with Kourtney anymore. Kourtney, remember, is with an 18-year-old now. I told you that yesterday. If you were watching, yes, this is him, okay. But it just seems like Jonas has problems with anger. In March. Suzanne, right?
Yeah, he's cute. He's good looking.
Good for what he's good for, though, right?
Yeah, that's it.
That's
it. Hit it and quit it.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. So in March, apparently, all right, so what I just told you happened at Coachella in April, but in March, Jonas was also caught on tape brutally beating an employee at a nightclub. Now, I can't show you the beatdown because it cost something or another. I have no idea why, but I can describe it to you. So in the background of the beatdown, there was Drake standing there.
Odell Beckham Jr.
Odell Beckham Jr. And it was like in a vestibule of a nightclub. So it was a small area. It wasn't even like the club part of the club. It's like everybody's leaving. And Jonas all of a sudden attacks this guy. And he attacked the guy, I forget for what. Anyway, he got into a fight and beat the stew out of the guy, I might add. While Odell is standing there looking and Drake is standing there looking, and I'm wondering why their security people didn't push them, to go the other way and leave. Like, we don't have to look at that. We can see it on Hot Topics tomorrow or something. So there you have Jonas. And by the way, Jonas will be the next one, along with that, you know, the hot felon that you all love, Jeremy Meeks, scored that rich woman. This is the next one. Now, all you rich girls out there, Paris Hilton, you two included, and I know you're engaged, about to be married, but all I'm saying is, all you Paris Hilton type girls, you look out for this guy, because he's got anger issues. He's not so bright. He's nice looking, but like Suzanne said, a hit it and quit it. We've all been there. So the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, I got wrapped up into it last night. Anyway, no, I was watching Dallas. You know, I like the Dallas girls. I mean, I was forced to watch because there was nothing else on that I cared about. You know, cleaning out your bag from the day before, trying to pack stuff in your bag, putting clothes away, just doing stuff. So you really don't have time during the week to sit and watch TV, but the Dallas girls are very interesting. Anyway, in Beverly Hills, they're back to filming and already there's drama. They were scheduled to take their cast photo the other day and one of the ladies refused, and I guessed it right away. You take a look.
We're here shooting. The whole cast is here. Rumor has it that one of the cast members won't shoot with us. They won't do a group shot with us. So we're sequestered in a room, but somebody's holding out and won't come out and shoot with us. Can you imagine? Who is that? Like, we're all doing a group shot together. They're gonna have to, like, put her in like a, you know, computer-like way. Who could it be? Who could it be?
Who could it be? Well, Kyle posted a picture of her out with Teddy that night, so we know that Teddy is there. Dorit denied it online. Denise Richards is just thrilled to be a part of the action. So there's only one, and that would be Pump. Lisa Vanderpump didn't show up. You know what, Pump? Don't let him play you out of position. You know, yeah, Denise Richards is there, and Lisa Rinna is the silent star of the show, and Pump, but you're still, I don't even know why you're in this show. Like, you don't need money, you live in a castle, you've got great businesses, a man who worships you, and a bunch of dogs who run at your feet, and a whole situation. Like, you've exposed yourself so much that now it's turning ugly. Because now it's turning like she's jealous. You're jealous, and she's not getting along with anyone, from what I understand, behind the scenes. So the entire season is supposed to be Pump against everyone. So she wants her own makeup artist. She wants her, which is a good thing, because it looks like Lisa Rinna used all the makeup. Just saying. That's a lot. Anyway, you needed to show up and take the photo with the rest of the girls. And this whole thing about, you know, you taking a separate photo shoot and using your own makeup artist and getting your own, you know, what do they call, photoshopping or whatever it is that you're gonna do, fine. But it doesn't look good for you. You went from being the grande dame to all of a sudden, you're against everyone. Like, you're reducing yourself. That's it, that's all, that's it, that's all. Because my thing is that what I say a lot about money and fame, they're two different things. Some people love money, some people love fame. And a lot of people with money love that fame. That's where we got Donald Trump. You understand? And that's where we're getting Lisa Pump. If Vanderpump was satisfied with her money, she would not be on this show. But there's something about fame, the lights, the cameras, the action. It's Thursday, and I don't really do Throwback Thursdays because growing up a fat kid in New Jersey, feeling really insecure, I'd either be the one out of the room when pictures were taken or hiding behind someone else. You know this if you were chubby like me. You're the one with only the face and you're hiding behind everyone else. However, I do have a Throwback Thursday picture for you. Go ahead. I am playing the clarinet, which I always resented because they're so thin that they make you look even bigger. No, even back then, I'm thinking about scales, like the bigger the hair, the smaller the hips, the bigger the instrument. Like, can I play a tuba? But oh my God, what if I got stuck? You know, but my father took that picture. My mother was at home, as she always is. Tell me how it was when you get back. And I must have been about, you know what? Here's the weird thing. I've never learned how to read music. I don't know what these girls are playing, but hold me down. Because in my mind, I'm thinking, dance with me in the disco, get up and dance with me. My fingers are moving all wrong, and I got away with not knowing how to read music for piano lessons, as well as the marching band. By the way, DJ Boof, can you pull up Sylvester dance during the commercial break? Yes. Mm-hmm. Boom, 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 boom. Mm-hmm. Here's a throwback. So Dax Shepard has been sober for 14 years. And you might have to be reminded who he is. He's an actor, you know his name. He's done a lot of little roles and things like that. And he's married to Kristen Bell. And they've been married for a long time, but he's been sober for 14 years, but that doesn't stop her from smoking weed around him. Well, on a podcast called WTF, Kristen said that Dax doesn't have a problem with it. So I guess they're sitting around watching TV and all of a sudden she lights up. Like, how does that work? You know, I must say, in the Hot Topics meeting, the room was divided 50-50. And I was on the 50% that said that's real selfish. You know, like even if you're married to somebody who's sober, but they know that you still smoke, why can't you go to the garage? She said she doesn't even smoke every day, like 3 or 4 times a week. Then go, and they have kids, like a 2-year-old and a 5-year-old. She doesn't smoke around them. She waits until they go to sleep. And you know, weed is legal and all that other kind of stuff. Cocaine and alcohol were his choice of drugs. But the idea that she's still sitting, I don't know, I just find, like, go to the bathroom with the best ventilation, or go to the garage, or go out to the pool, not lounge at the pool where he can see you from the window, you know, lounging. You know? Clap if you think that's selfish on her part. I do. It's a whole different story when you go out with people with alcohol issues. You know, I've been out with people who, you know, don't drink anymore, and but this is a one-off. You know, I'm gonna order my Pinot, and you order your water, but I'm not married to you, so this is not a lifestyle. You know, she's with Dax, so this is a lifestyle. It's like I eat meat. Now, my doctors told me, in front of Kev and Kev, we were all at appointments together doing stuff as a family. You know, this is fine for your guys, but you need more protein. But I don't eat a lot of meat, but when I do eat my meat, I don't do it, I don't bring it in the house. I mean, and they know what I do, but if I want like a piece of chicken or something like that, like 2 o'clock in the afternoon, well, now he's in college, so he's gone. The other one is working, and I'm home by myself, I get that chicken cracking. Not fried and never skinned, but get that chicken cracking, eat it up real quick, clean up the scene of the crime, and that's it. That's it. I don't know, Kristen, I think you're a little selfish. Dax, and I bet you she passes to you when you still get down. Playing. Okay, so you know that corny director who proposed to his corny girlfriend at the corny Emmys? Well, now the entire Broadway community is fuming. This guy's name is Glenn Weiss. We already told you. He's a huge director for award shows, including the Oscars and the Tonys. We didn't talk about that part, but he's a director's director. And so he's known to be a stickler that everyone must keep their speeches to 45 seconds or less at the Tonys. And so Tony people are upset because his Emmy speech was 2 minutes and 31 seconds that we will never get back. But, you know, I said, well, fine. You know, he produced the whole thing in his own mind. He already knew he was a big shot walking in the building. He collected an Emmy for something or another. The engagement has usurped any, I don't know what he got the Emmy for, being great. If I were him, I would have taken my moment too. Why not? You know, because everybody but me loves a proposal. You all love that. Which was more interesting than the actual Emmys. And people on Broadway, don't be mad, because you know what? He's gonna come back, he's still gonna stick to that 45 seconds. And the only people who are happy about this are Glenn, because he got it off, and the beautiful Jan. Yeah. And you know, on a side note, what I like about them is that they are an age-appropriate couple. You know, in this day and age where, you know, 40-year-olds are dating 18-year-olds and things like that, it's nice to see that they're digging each other's scene age-appropriate. Yeah. So 2 Hollywood legends have let their fame stay stuck in the 80s. It's time for Hollywood hotheads. Hit it. Clap if you don't even know who Chevy Chase is. You know who he is. Stop. Stop playing. You know who he is. People clapping almost as old as Chevy. Wanting to be seen on TV. So Chevy is 74 years old now, and he was one of the original cast members on the original SNL. This is back when a young Wendy was watching and her parents wouldn't let her, but I'd watch anyway. So he's trashing the show that has made him famous. Look, he said that Saturday Night Live is the worst bleeping humor in the world. He's amazed that the producer, Lorne Michaels, has gone so low. Chevy said, the only generation of bleep heads laugh at the worst bleeping humor in the world. Well, you know what? Humor is subjective. Not everything you did was funny. Although I met him once. One time. It was on a driveway in Washington, D.C. after a garden party. Well, our car was nowhere to be found. The block was hot. There were a whole bunch of people there. It was during one of those Washington, D.C. moments where, like, Greta Van Susteren was there, like everyone was there. But wearing shorts and being cool and eating, you know, chicken. So me and Kev get to the driveway. We're like, where's the car? And Kev's like looking around for the car over in the corner like, yo. And so I see Chevy Chase, and this is, I think, the first season of our show, and I'm not gonna talk to him. He's a legend. I'm not gonna talk to him. I'd rather observe him behind my sunglasses. Oh my God, get me my sunglasses. Crap, I have no sunglasses. Hide. So I ended up talking to him. He was nice. He didn't seem like a big timer, but I'm shocked at this. You know, Chevy, this is the kind of conversation, if you're bitter because the new generation has moved on and you're 74 years old and you can't understand how much people love Fletch and how much people love those Griswold movies, we watch every one of them in our home. Hollywood. Come on, Chevy. Don't be old and bitter, and 74 is not old, although you could use a diet. And then, there's my beloved Faye Dunaway. Now, I don't know what she's doing recently, but that is the original Bonnie from Bonnie and Clyde. Recognize and realize. So, a lot of people watching, you don't even know who this is. This is a gorgeous woman at 77 and a gorgeous woman as Bonnie in Bonnie and Clyde. And Page 6, though, is reporting that she's a very demanding diva when she gets her hair done. Well, the staffers are claiming, now this is why I say that they're both like living in the 80s where, don't you know who I am? Like people fell for that. People don't care anymore. You see what Jonas does. You get in a quick fight that way. Anyway, so staffers at the salon are claiming that she makes an appointment and then she cancels it like 10 different times before she actually shows up. Well, please. Who doesn't do that? If you call ahead of time, I mean, a few days ahead, that's me, Wendy Hunter, you know, make an appointment, then you have to cancel because something else comes up and stuff. But when you finally show up, you can't yell, Faye, I'm ready now. And the staffers tell her, please, you know, all right, we'll be right with you. She says, do you know who I am? I'm Faye Dunaway. No one cares anymore, Miss Dunaway. But you look beautiful and so does your hair. You stick with that hairdresser and stop giving problems. We've got more great show for you, everybody. Up next, actor and author Omar Epps is here. So grab a snack and